All right, hello everyone. Here we are, hole number 2, extra mile. I'm thinking either a kingmaker or a titan, either or. What's nice about the extra mile 7, we do start to get a little bit extra curl, which is going to make this shot a little bit easier. Do keep in mind, even if you have a 5 or a 6, you will still be able to do this. You might just need to land just a little bit more aggressively towards the right edge, which brings in the potential for you to miss the island. So something you do want to be just a little bit cautious of. But let's get in here and try to figure this out. We really shouldn't need power or elevation here. So we're going to just pretty much I mean, if you look at the take shot view, it's a very flat hole. There's really not a lot of change here. We might go into a little bit of overpower, which would make for maybe a plus 5%. But, you know, something that I'm not sure is really going to be a big deal. So we're looking at, you know, 5.5 rings here. And as I mentioned, you know, you might want to land just a little bit more aggressively towards the right edge, especially if you don't have this backspin or this curl that a 7 has. So as I mentioned, you know, do just try to get relatively aggressive here. Make sure you don't, you know, miss your perfect by too much with an extra mile. And just try to use that backspin. Try to get it over here somewhere. And you can see that, you know, we're going to have pretty quick work here of this hole. We can easily get the eagle. You're going to want to make sure that you're getting that eagle and using right around 4 bars of backspin. Do keep in mind, if you land short on that fairway with 4 backspin, it probably will go in the bunker. So you do have to make sure that you're landing on the aggressive part of the fairway up at the top here. So do pay attention to that. Here you can see that my opponents, you know, with an Epoch 4, you should be able to make even easier work of this hole, because you won't even need to use overpower, especially if you have Kingmaker on. So this is making things just a little bit more complicated. However, you know, you still can get there. The biggest problem with my opponent here is him trying to stop the ball with only 2 bars of backspin. So you'll probably find that an extra mile is potentially a better club than a 4. However, if you get up to an Epoch 5, that's the point that it's going to be really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. It might just be an easy pickup win for me. So just go ahead and just pitch this up in real quick. Otherwise, I'm just going to be forfeiting out. However, I would assume that, you know, especially on Monday, you know, guys might not be getting this, especially from way back here in the rough. But do keep in mind, come weekend time, you guys are going to want to be pretty dialed in on this. So you'll want to, you know, play around with this. Try to get consistent, make sure that, you know, you're doing all the right things to make sure you get this eagle. Because if you want a top 10, you're going to be looking at getting this hole all the time, and hole 4 at least half the time. So you really are going to want those strokes to put yourself in position to get a top 10 finish here. But here you can see, you know, for the short term, you know, guys are going to be missing this. However, you know, when we're talking about weekend brackets, the guys that are consistently going to be in the top 10, they're going to be getting that one without any real issue. So good luck there, and I will see you guys on hole 3 coming up.